The opposition is calling on Premier Christy Clark to restore funding for a crucial lifeline. The Need to Suicide Prevention Program has been helping at-risk youth for 39 years, but without emergency funding, the program will close. Erin Glazier reports.
This is one that's actually about life and death for young teens.
A final funding cut that's left Need to program workers baffled and teens thinking about taking their own lives with nowhere to turn.
It's not an efficient way to operate, and it's also, even if it was recreated later, that leaves a gigantic gap.
The Suicide Prevention Program provides both education in schools and anonymous online support for at-risk youth. It is the only one of its kind in the region, and critics say losing it would be a step in the wrong direction.
This fits the bill perfectly. This is about prevention, and if Premier Clark truly wants to put families first, she needs to intervene right now and save this program.
Despite the ministry hacking $43,000 last year and cutting its crisis phone, the Need to program managed to keep operating by relying on reserves.
The board made the decision, I think very bravely, to continue to deliver the services. We're at a point where we have to make decisions, and we're hoping that we don't have to make that decision.
The program is more than $200,000 short of its budget for the year, and without an infusion of cash by June 30th, it will close its doors forever. And with nowhere to go, Need to says that could put a strain on an already overloaded healthcare system.
They can wind up in some very expensive services. They can wind up in the emergency room, or maybe they'll wind up in places where they don't get the help that they need, and that would be tragic.
You don't have to look any further than this beach where a 16-year-old girl hanged herself last December. And those who have dealt with suicide firsthand say something has to be done to prevent the second leading cause of death amongst teens in Canada.
The loss that you feel from that is something that it's completely different than any other kind of death. I think it's ignited a passion within me. And that's why I do this, because when it happened, I knew I needed to do something about it.
The province did say it would be willing to revisit the decision to cut the program. And by speaking out, those that Need to Suicide Prevention are hoping their plea to save it doesn't go unnoticed. In Victoria, Erin Glazier, 8 News.